Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. What if I told you that the Falcons are eyeing a game-changing move that could elevate their defense to a whole new level? It's no secret that the NFC South is heating up, and with the Falcons sitting comfortably at 8-5, the stakes are higher than ever. Rumors are swirling that Atlanta might be making a bold push to add one of the most disruptive pass rushers in the league, Max Crosby from the Las Vegas Raiders. Think about it for a second. Crosby, a player who's been a relentless force on the field since he entered the league, could be the missing piece that transforms this Falcons defense into a true nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. The Raiders, currently sitting at 5-8, are in the middle of a rebuild, especially on offense, with their quarterback situation shaken up by injuries. According to insiders like Schefter, Las Vegas is open to trading Crosby in exchange for draft picks and an edge prospect. The Raiders are trying to free up cap space, particularly to shore up their secondary and invest in future talent. Crosby's contract, which hits around $28 million this year, is a significant cap hit, but the Raiders see this as an opportunity to reset and build for the future. For Atlanta, adding Crosby isn't just about bolstering the pass rush. It's about making a statement to the rest of the league that they're serious contenders, that they're willing to do whatever it takes to push through and make a deep playoff run. Let's talk about Crosby's impact if he joins the Falcons. This guy is elite, especially in 2025. He's currently racking up 10 sacks in just 13 games, which is phenomenal considering he also has 25 quarterback hits, 72 pressures, and a PFF grade of 91.5. That's nearly perfect, folks. His run-stop rate sits at 30%, and his EPA per pressure is at 0.19. He's a tackle machine with 42 tackles, and he's also managed to force 3 fumbles this season. When you compare him to other top-tier pass rushers, Crosby's stats stand out. His sacks per game average is over 0.75, which puts him among the league's best. And if you look at his career, Crosby has played 98 games with 62 sacks, 210 tackles, and 12 forced fumbles. His consistency is incredible, with a sacks per game of around 0.63, putting him firmly in the top 5 in the league. Now, don't forget, Crosby has faced some injuries along the way. He dealt with a rib injury in Week 4 that caused him to miss a game, but he bounced back quickly, tallying 3 sacks against the Chargers in Week 2. His relentless motor and ability to generate pressure remind many of a peak-level J.J. Watt or a Nick Bosa. If he joins Atlanta, he could elevate our pass rush to levels we haven't seen in a long time. Imagine him lining up with Judon, creating a nightmare duo for quarterbacks. With Crosby, the Falcons' sack total could jump from 24 to well over 35, making our front 7 one of the most feared in the league. Crosby's impact isn't just about individual stats. It's about what he brings to the team's overall defense. His presence would free up other players to make more plays. When a team has to double-team or account for a player like Crosby, it opens up opportunities for others. Think about how Khalil Mack's addition to the Bears in 2018 turned their defense around. Suddenly, they were pressuring the QB at an unprecedented rate, cutting big plays by almost 30%, reducing third-down conversions significantly, and making life miserable for offenses. That's the kind of impact Crosby could have on Atlanta. Our secondary, led by A.J. Terrell, could thrive even more as opponents are forced to prioritize blocking Crosby, giving our defensive backs more opportunities to pick off passes or break up plays. And let's not forget how this impacts the division. The NFC South has been a lot of fun to watch this season, with the Bucs, Saints, and Panthers all trying to find their footing. But if Atlanta adds Crosby and combines him with Judon, our pass rush would be among the best in the league, turning our defense into a true predator. That means more sacks, more turnovers, and more chances to flip the field. Our defense would become a top 6 unit, capable of shutting down even the most potent offenses. And with the way our offense has been playing, especially with Penix dealing with a concussion in November, having a defense that can consistently pressure and harass the opposing QB is exactly what we need to push us over the top. The trade could also have huge playoff implications. Right now, the Falcons are sitting pretty in the playoff picture, but adding Crosby could push us from a good team to a great one. The Super Bowl odds would skyrocket from around +3,500 to as low as +1,600, reflecting the increased confidence in our team's ability to contend. Crosby's ability to dominate in matchups against teams like the Chiefs or Rams could be the X factor that gets Atlanta over the hump in the postseason. His previous performances, such as his 10 sacks in 13 games this year, show that he can be a game changer, especially in high-pressure situations. Now, I know some fans might worry about the cap space and how trading for Crosby fits into our financial plans. Currently, the Falcons have around $10 million in cap space, which is enough to absorb Crosby's contract with some creative restructuring. The team could also free up additional space by extending players like Kyle Pitts or Andre Swift, or even restructuring existing deals. The key is that this move would send a clear message. Atlanta is all in, not just for this season, but for the future. It's about setting a tone that we're here to compete at the highest level, and that we're willing to invest in top-tier talent to do so. Of course, this isn't just about the short-term boost. Adding a player like Crosby aligns with the Falcons' long-term vision of building a dominant defense that can carry us deep into the playoffs year after year. His high motor, relentless pass rush skill, and leadership qualities would make him a cornerstone of our defense for seasons to come. Imagine a front seven with Crosby, Judon, and our talented young linebackers. This is a recipe for chaos for quarterbacks and a nightmare for offenses trying to break through. And look at the historical context. The Falcons have always been known for their explosive offense, but in recent years, we've built a formidable defense too. With the addition of Crosby, we could be on the cusp of creating a balanced, elite team. Our goal is to not just make the playoffs, but to dominate once we get there. This move could be the catalyst to turn our current trajectory into a sustained championship window. In terms of the NFC landscape, the Super Bowl odds reflect how much faith the betting markets have in our potential. Currently, Atlanta sits at +3,500, but with Crosby, those odds could tighten considerably, reaching around +1,600. This kind of boost signifies the Falcons being seen as serious contenders, especially if Crosby helps elevate our pass rush and overall defensive performance. His ability to consistently pressure quarterbacks would make a big difference in critical moments, whether it's against the high-powered offenses in the NFC or in the playoffs. In conclusion, folks, the potential trade for Max Crosby isn't just a rumor. It's a bold statement of intent from the Falcons. It's about upgrading a position where we need more juice, more disruption, more consistency. Crosby would be the nucleus around which our defense could revolve, turning us into predators rather than prey. It's a move that could define this franchise's future, cementing our status as true contenders and potentially paving the way for a deep playoff run, maybe even a shot at Super Bowl glory. The Falcons have been building steadily, and now, with a move like this, we could be on the verge of something special. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Are you excited about the idea of Crosby in our uniform? Do you believe it's the missing piece that takes us to the Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. We love hearing your takes, and this is the kind of move that can spark a lot of debate. Remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. The journey is far from over, and with fans like you behind us, we're just getting started. Let's keep that passion alive and see what the future holds for our Falcons.